Everybody, thanks for tuning back into Concrete with the Hosses. It is in the afternoon. We just poured those two front porches over at that big garage, and we jumped over here to start another project. We're doing this driveway. We didn't do any of the work around the pool. The guys are back there finishing that up. There's a little bocce court back there we're just going to do some connector pads for. But this whole driveway gets done. This is nice. We don't even have to worry about splashing those garage doors. Just like everything, they're on back order. So we're going to pour this turnaround in the morning. We have our perimeter form going. We're going to start grading pretty soon. This will be the front walk area. And that's just going to S our way up in there. We're going to add one more step on that front porch. That's all going to be decorative. So we'll show you that one. And then the driveway's coming down to meet the street. And then we'll do the city connector walk, the street walk, from end to end and get that all connected up. So stay tuned. We'll show you some more on our prep. So it's kind of noisy here, so we'll see how this goes. We poured these steps. Oh, let me get up. We poured these steps back in December. Then they did all the brick and stone work. So now here we are doing the driveway, and we need to add one more step. Now I don't want to, Tapcon and brace off of these finished steps, finished product, and I don't even want to Tapcon into that brick, because then you got to patch the little holes and it just looks bad. So here's how I do this. I ran a Tapcon in here. I looped a piece of wire around it. Drilled a hole through the board, so I do one low and I'll do one high. And I pond a cut nail in here, and you could use a Tapcon too, but these are cheaper. Loop wire, come around, and I'll go around this chunk of wood. Same thing over here. I put a cut nail, I'll loop wire, and then I can twist that tight. And that way there's no bracing. Nothing needed. We're never going to break this wire, this little bit of concrete, and we can adjust the tightness for our bow of the lumber. So I just thought that'd be a nice little bit of information to put on the channel. I'll show you how I finish this up. Okay, I think that's, hopefully everybody can see that. So my number back is 12 inches from the face. So I just put a pencil mark on there. And there. Okay, so we're nice and straight. Take a nail or a screw, it doesn't matter. Just over here. Okay, pulling my wire tight. I'm on my mark. Now with a nice tight loop, I just go right around that nail. Okay. And I can take a smaller nail, an 8-penny, and I loop it through the wire. And I just give it a couple twists, just to tighten it up just ever so slightly. So there's no way that's going to push. So I do one high and I do one low. Keep equal pressure on it. And there's my mark, and I'm pushing on it pretty hard. So just this last side to go. Okay, so I got the wire in place around here. I'm going to cross that. I'm right on my mark. So I just meet them right at the corner. Pulling them both tight, giving them a couple twists. Okay, and I'll put a mark here, pencil mark, and a pencil mark. That way when we're pouring, we know if this moves, we need to adjust it. Hey, good morning everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. We're here on site nice and early. It's just getting light out. And we got this driveway ready yesterday afternoon. And we're just about all ready to go. I'll just go over a couple things. We poured these steps. I'm not sure how much of this I talked about yesterday, so I'll just go real quick. We poured these steps back in the winter time, and we have to add one more to get up to the height. We're working this man door as well as this tile work going back to the swimming pool. A lot going on here. So we'll get that poured. This driveway all here. We're 28 feet out from the house, and here is the cement truck right on time. Actually 15 minutes early. That's how we like it though. So the driveway's falling away from the house. Our standard 2% and a little bit heavier on the front. We want everything to come this way and towards the street. So that's how we're draining everything. Driveway's 12 foot wide. As soon as we get that truck moved, we'll get that mixer in here and get started. Okay, we are all ready to go. All mixed up. Get off of this wire. Notice the gutters aren't hooked up. It's dripping off the roof a little bit there with the nightly dew. That'll burn off as soon as the sun hits it. So we just leaned the board up to catch it there at the end of that gutter. That's why that's there, if you're wondering. Should go pretty good. I'll just go ahead and put this on time lapse and get this poured. All right, all done pouring. We had a little bit more of a gap here than I would have liked between the trucks, but it's nice and cool. The concrete is pretty wet. That's number 1 truck. This is number 2. They feel pretty close. Number 2 is a little bit wetter, so hopefully that catches it real quick. So while we're waiting for this to set up, we're going to go ahead and grade this area. We did 2 trucks in the morning. Now we'll just do 1 truck at a time and finish this driveway out throughout the day. So in between trucks, we're still waiting on that to get a little bit tighter. First truck's all edged. Steve's getting on our next spreader. We're spreading stone, just trying to stay ahead of it. So we're all graded down to the last pad, down to the apron. Our next truck will get 2 pads right about here, and then we'll go ahead and finish this. It might take 1.5 trucks, maybe just over 10 yards to finish that. That's almost ready. Matt's putting in wire. We'll get rebar in place, both pads, all good to go. This is almost completed up here. Matt's working on this step. How's it going, Matt? Good. Nice, looks nice. We don't want to put a finish edge on that step and make it slippery going down there, so we stop our finish edge right here and start our broom work and finish edge work from there out. Little bump out on those columns. We just try and make that into our design. Looking pretty good. As you saw, the number 3 trucks here. These guys are all going to join in and help us. All right, so we're going to pour this next. I need a camera guy just to go around with this camera.
That's why you gotta bring Emily out.
Yeah. Get her to drop out of college, huh? Boy, Mama Haas would be mad. So would I. So it's going good. We're going to pour this, and then one more truck should finish that. When we're straight edging these pads coming down, it's fairly easy. They're just, one plane coming across. It's these connector pads from the turnaround to the pitch of the driveway that you just want to get right. So when you come up in here, it looks nice and flows right up in there, nice and smooth. So as you notice, I worked my corners in from both sides. I jumped from that end to this end and straight edged it in, and then I picked it up in the middle and brought it over so we have the same crown in the center as we do in the ends. And I think if I get some footage down here, you'll see what I'm talking about. That's good. So as we come up the driveway, you see how it just rolls right into the turnaround right there. So that's what we always try and shoot for. Just wanted to point that out. Give you a little update here. Second round of pouring is all floated. Tool cuts are in. Just needs to get a little bit harder, tighter, so we can get a broom on it. This is already to the street. This is about 13 yards. We have that coming back to back. Should be pulling in any minute. Hopefully we can get this sidewalk poured today too. And this is colored and rolled slate. One step up there. Should go pretty easy. We're going to pull the mixer right up here and wheel a little bit and then shoot the rest. And then in the back there is a bocce court. We have to pour a couple pads back there. So we'll just run them back with the power buggy. Get some stuff out of our way back there and knock those out while we're here. So that is the plan. Stay tuned. So that was 10 yards. Came up a little bit short. We have a yard and a half in this truck to finish out. We just need a couple wheelbarrows. It's looking pretty good. Okay, that was the final load in the driveway. It's all edged and opened up. The cuts are all cleaned up, opened up, loaded. We got our control cuts in for Don here on the corners. This is a must if you're doing your driveway. I always put these wing cuts in these aprons. They always crack right there. Got one center. And you don't want to just stop that center cut there. You want to take it off so that crack can find its way out of there. Okay, concrete's setting up pretty nice. Getting the final broom. What time is it? Only 4 messages. 12 o'clock.
Oh.
12. Lots of day left. It's actually pretty nice out too. It's getting a little bit warm. Yeah. It's like the desert up here. It's no shade anywhere. Dry. All right. So we'll broom it, you know, I guess with the house coming down the driveway. Then when we get to the apron, we turn them and broom marks go with the street down here. You just broom right over those tool cuts, and then we'll open them up with our joiner on the stick. One more truck to go. We're gonna go ahead and pour that sidewalk up there. And a couple of pads around back. They have a little bit of landscaping to do up in here. I think we'll leave this street walk out. We'll give them maybe a week or so to get some stuff done in there. They need some topsoil. It'd be much easier if they could get that taken care of before we put the walks in. It's a game we play. We try not to leave a line coming through here. We always call those railroad tracks. So just turn it into a game. We try and make them look as nice as we can. Yeah, we'll do that last when it's nice and hard. And then we'll go ahead and get our SRT sealer on everything and get it protected. I'll do that at the end of the day. It's so big, that way I can really walk on it without hurting anything. Get it really saturated. You just want to make sure that those liners are wet with the liquid release so the concrete doesn't stick to them. We put the color in the truck, putting about 75 to 100 spins on the drum to get it thoroughly mixed in. Then we're just going to power buggy the concrete right up around these rocks, right into place. That step face, there's our broken stone liners to match the porch and the sill. What a nice look going up there. So we just have to texture the top. We were getting a little behind out here in the sun. I wish we could have flipped this and done the walk in the morning in the driveway in the afternoon, but we just couldn't do that. We had to have the driveway in for the walk. But we're almost done. A couple pads around back. Okay, so we just got done rolling everything. So I put my Kalina Tan antiquing color into the sprayer with the liquid release. Now I'm just adding that to the surface, really flooding it on there. And then it'll find those little crevices, give it that two-tone look. As the concrete dries, you'll see it more and more. And we'll give it a washing. Of course, it's supposed to rain a lot tomorrow. We'll let the rain do some washing, maybe. Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be awesome.
So this is a bocce court. They wanted some pads for the end, I guess staging areas. I'm not a big bocce guy. I played it, but I don't really know the rules. Throw the ball, try and hit the ball. There you go. So we have 3 of these pads. A nice light dusting of the Kalina Tan. like Steve said, it's hard to tell now, but as the concrete dries, this will really highlight. Oh, battery got caught in that. Okay, there we have it. Poured a driveway, a couple of pads, and a sidewalk. Pretty decent day. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. See you on the next one.